In March 2025, a viral video from a Chicago corporate office set social media ablaze, capturing a group of employees mocking a woman dressed as a cleaner, unaware she was the mother of the company's CEO, disguised to observe the workplace her son led. The incident, recorded by a security camera and leaked online, sparked outrage and introspection about respect, class, and hidden identities. Shared across platforms like X, with ChatGPT's analysis breaking down the interactions, the story became a lightning rod for discussions about workplace culture and human decency. This account, drawn from employee testimonies, company records, and the digital storm that followed, reveals a moment of misjudgment and its far-reaching consequences. Eleanor Carter, 68, arrived at the headquarters of Pinnacle Solutions, a fast-growing tech firm in Chicago, on a chilly Monday morning. Dressed in a plain navy jumpsuit, her gray hair tucked under a cap, she carried a mop and a bucket, blending seamlessly into the role of a cleaner. Eleanor was no stranger to hard work. She'd raised her son, Nathan Carter, alone, working multiple jobs to support his education. Now, Nathan was the 42-year-old CEO of Pinnacle, a company valued at $2 billion for its AI-driven logistics software. Eleanor had no official role at Pinnacle, but her influence on Nathan was profound, and she'd quietly shaped his values of humility and fairness. Curious about the company's culture, she decided to visit incognito, posing as a new janitorial staff member to see how employees treated those they perceived as beneath them. The morning began routinely. Eleanor moved through the office, emptying trash cans and wiping desks, her presence barely acknowledged by the bustling staff. Most employees ignored her, focused on their screens, but a few offered polite nods. By mid-morning, she reached the open-plan floor where the sales team worked. There, a group of young employees, led by Ryan Kessler, a 29-year-old account manager known for his charisma and sharp tongue, noticed her. Ryan, perched on a desk, was regaling his colleagues with a story when he spotted Eleanor cleaning nearby. "Hey, look at this," he said loudly, gesturing toward her. "They must be desperate if they're hiring grandmas now." His colleagues laughed, some uncomfortably, but no one stopped him. Eleanor continued her work, her face impassive, though she noted every word. Ryan, emboldened by the attention, kept going. "What's your name, ma'am? You sure you can handle that mop?" he called out, grinning as his coworkers snickered. Eleanor paused, meeting his gaze. "I'm just doing my job," she said softly, her voice steady. Ryan smirked. "Yeah, well, don't miss any spots. We've got standards here." The comment drew more laughs, and a few employees recorded the exchange on their phones, assuming it was harmless office banter. One clip, later posted to X, would capture the moment Ryan tossed a crumpled paper toward Eleanor's bucket, saying, "Here, make yourself useful." The video spread rapidly, with X users condemning Ryan's behavior. ChatGPT's analysis highlighted the power dynamics at play, noting how the employees' laughter reinforced a culture of disrespect. But the real shock came later that day, when an anonymous source, later revealed to be a junior employee who'd recognized Eleanor from a company event, leaked her identity. The woman they'd mocked was Eleanor Carter, the CEO's mother, a figure revered by Nathan for her resilience and wisdom. The revelation hit X like a bombshell, with hashtags like #RespectTheCleaner and #PinnacleShame trending globally. Ryan and his colleagues were oblivious to the growing storm. They continued their workday, unaware that Eleanor had reported her observations to Nathan in a private meeting. She'd spent the morning noting not just the mockery, but also the broader workplace dynamics, employees who were kind, those who were dismissive, and the overall morale. Nathan, who'd known about his mother's plan, was livid but unsurprised. He'd heard whispers of a cliquish culture in the sales department, and Eleanor's experience confirmed it. "They didn't see a person," she told him. "They saw a uniform." By afternoon, Nathan called an emergency all-hands meeting. Employees filed into the conference room, some sensing tension but unaware of the cause. Nathan stood at the front, his usual warmth replaced by a steely resolve. "Today, someone was disrespected in this office," he began. "A woman doing her job was mocked because of how she looked and what she was doing. That woman was my mother." Gasps rippled through the room. Ryan's face drained of color as Nathan continued. This isn't just about her. It's about how we treat each other, especially those we think don't matter. Nathan played the security footage, showing Ryan's comments and the laughter of his colleagues. The room fell silent. Eleanor, now dressed in a tailored suit, stood beside her son. She spoke briefly, her words cutting. I've cleaned houses, driven buses, and raised a son who built this company. Every job deserves respect. If you can't see that, you don't belong here. Her presence, no longer disguised, commanded the room. Employees who'd ignored her earlier now avoided her gaze. The fallout was swift. Nathan announced a zero-tolerance policy for workplace disrespect, effective immediately. Ryan was suspended pending an investigation, and 3 colleagues who joined in the mockery received written warnings. The company's HR team launched a full review of workplace culture, with Eleanor consulting on new training programs focused on empathy and inclusion. Pinnacle issued a public statement, acknowledging the incident and committing to change. The statement, shared on X, was praised for its candor but also scrutinized, with users demanding accountability. Ryan's career unraveled quickly. The viral video, coupled with his name being linked to the incident, made him a pariah in the industry. He issued an apology on X, claiming he meant no harm, but ChatGPT's sentiment analysis flagged it as insincere, and the backlash grew. Clients dropped him, and Pinnacle terminated his contract after the investigation confirmed a pattern of unprofessional behavior. Ryan faded from the public eye, his reputation irreparably damaged. Eleanor, meanwhile, became an unexpected advocate. She declined media interviews but worked behind the scenes, advising Nathan on reforms. Pinnacle introduced mandatory workshops on workplace respect, partnered with local nonprofits to support low-wage workers, and created a scholarship in Eleanor's name for single mothers pursuing education. Employees who'd been kind to her during her disguise were quietly recognized, their actions highlighted in company-wide emails as examples of integrity. The incident reshaped Pinnacle's culture. Employees became more mindful, greeting janitorial staff by name and rethinking casual banter. The story, amplified by X, inspired similar reflections in other companies, with CEOs citing it as a wake-up call. Eleanor, though never seeking the spotlight, emerged as a symbol of dignity, her brief stint as a cleaner exposing truths about power and perception. The video, viewed millions of times, remained a reminder. You never know who you're speaking to or what they'll teach you.